everything's are getting high, so it's too much of cost. So if you take a bread, previously it was 80, somehow it's become 100 rupees. Right now it's 130 rupees for one bread, believe me. Hello guys, welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is first of all I want to say this is not an educational video. Instead of that, today we are going to see the current situation in Sri Lanka. So everyone know what happened in Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka facing a different big huge economic crisis right now. Even if you take if you want to buy or if you want to purchase any kind of foods, you don't have any options to purchase. Even you have money in your hand, the food is not there in the shop. So that is what the truth is in situation in Sri Lanka. So if you take a Sri Lanka, why this economic crisis is? So last couple of years, the politicians made up to politicians make down our country to up to this level. That is what the truth is. The previous government and their previous governments, they make us our country to this level. That is what the truth is. But right now, so if you think about, so Raim, you are coming to say your country is Sri Lanka is bankrupt. Is it? Yes, absolutely. Our country is really bankrupt. But how can I say this? Because I'm also Sri Lankan. How can I tell this to the people? My country is bankrupt, because it's very difficult. Because I am talking in front of camera very emotionally, because what to say with this? Most of the people are in silence. No one can talking about this economic crisis, and most of the people are not talking. That is what the truth is. Recently, the Sri Lankan rupees is get float and dollar prices get high. So at the moment when I was recording this video, the dollar price is 256 rupees. You can search that it on USD to LKR to USD to LKR. Then you can know how much 1 USD for Sri Lanka rupees. Right now it's 256 rupees. So at the very first time it was 203 rupees, I remember. So right now suddenly it's got hike. That reason, after a couple of hours, the entire food price and fuel price and lot of goods items got increased. So right now the petrol, after increasing this, after floating the rupees, right now the petrol price is increased with 50 rupees, diesel is increased with 75 rupees, and white flour is 40 rupees increase, rice packet increased to 20, and bread is increased with 30 rupees, and kottu is 10 rupees. Airline ticket also increased with 27%, and medicine price also get hiked with 29%, and mobile phone accessories, everything's are getting high. So it's too much of cost. So if you take a bread, previously it was 80, somehow it's become 100 rupees. Right now it's 130 rupees for one bread, believe me. That is what the situation in Sri Lanka. So not only that, if you want to purchase something in the shop, you need to wait on long queue. So for example, if you want to purchase a fuel, you need to wait in a long queue. That is what the truth, because we don't have a fuel in petrol sheds, we don't have a diesels in sheds. So day by day the everything's are getting more costly. That is what the truth is. So that is the situation right now in Sri Lanka. But why this is happened? I told you before, it's happened due to rupees floating and the corruptions, and that is the main reason for happening this uh, economic crisis. But if you take the gas, so even you are in the queue, you can't find the gas. Every shops are closed, no one is delivering the gas. So because of that gas problem, people are not cooking, or we don't have to cook and eat, and most of the shops are closed, and most of the people's lost their jobs, and many more, because that is really a big problem. If you take a Sri Lanka, it's a wonderful country, I know, and you also know it's really wonderful country. We're not seeing any country like that similar to Sri Lanka, but the truth is we are facing economic problem. So government is right now, the current government is not saying anything about what they are going to implement for resolve this problem. What is the action they taken for mitigating this problem? What is the problem behind? They not talking anything about regarding to this problem. Instead of that, they are come in front of TV and saying we have a dollar problem, we only have 3 months to survive, we only have 2 months to survive, because only we have a fuel for 2 months. So that is how the politicians explaining or giving explanations to us. That is what the truth is. So is there anything they have take for resolve this economic crisis problem or dollar problem? I am not thinking they have not taken any approach or anything yet, I'm guessing, because no one can talking in front of the responsible politicians are not talking about this. So that is what I am saying, that is the reason I am saying. So definitely moving forward, we need to face a lot of economic problems, like still the foods, everything's are getting definitely high. So especially medicine right now, even that increased with 29% with the medicines. You can't find the most of the medicine in medical shop. So that is what the truth is. So this is really problematic. So moving forward, I don't know what happened to Sri Lanka. But another important thing is we have electricity cut. If you take Sri Lanka, we have a long queue whether you are going to purchase a food, whether you are fill your petrol tank, then also you need to wait on a queue, and there's a big queue. It's taking more than 3 to 4 hours to get it done the work. And if you take a gas, you need to have, you still have queues to get a gas, and you also have a food crisis. So some of the let's say for example, if you take a milk powder, you need to wait on that queue. A lot of problems right now we are facing. So import also banned, so you can't import the vehicles, you can't import the accessories, and you can't import apples, you can't import grapes, you can't import cheese, chocolates, and lot more things are get banned. That is I'm really frustrated to tell this, sad to tell this. These are the problems we have. So when you take Sri Lanka, it's a poor country. I know everyone are telling this is a developing country, but right now it's not a developing country, it's a bankrupt country. So these politicians are made up to this level. That's what I want to say. But they not take any actions to how to make these dollars, how how to take dollars to our country. They don't have any plan on this, because they are just a foolish. That's what I want to say, because most of the education persons are there, but no one can taking that responsibilities. So that I want to say especially. And also one more thing here, So do you think we can survive even when we are in a bankrupt country? You all know this is right now, we are day by day, the country is getting bankrupt. So do you think Sri Lanka can survive? Absolutely yes. My answer is yes. I want to say this with confidence, because the Sri Lanka is, we are living in on top of gems, because Sri Lanka having many resources and we can survive somehow. Even making a dollar is not a big deal. I want to say that one also. Maybe you will think how that can be possible. So for example, right now what is the problem we are facing is the fuel problem. So even when you have a vehicle, you don't have a fuel to drive drive your vehicle. So that is what the truth is. But believe me, 12 years back there's a one person implement or invent, they invent that some kind of circuits and all to integrate with the vehicle, Japanese vehicle, which is running the vehicle without petrol. Instead of that, it's running with water. Believe me, it's true. I will show that video also here. You can see that guy is implement at the time, that is 12 years back. But that guy is implement, but no one can look back him, and no one can support them, especially the government. So the government is not give them opportunity. That guy is asking at that video, and that video, if you are helping to improve that more, we will do something more on this. That's what guys at the time they saying. That's the oldest video. I will put here.
ජලය ඉන්ධනයක් වශයෙන් භාවිත කර මෝටර් රථ එන්ජිමක් පණ ගැනීමේ හැකි උපකරණයක් සකස් කිරීම මෙරට තරුණයෙකු සමත් වී සිටිනවා. මේ විශේෂත්වය වන්නේ මෝටර් රථවලට මේ උපකරණය පහසුවෙන් සවි කළ හැකියි.
මීටර් මාස කිහිපයකට ඉහතදී ජලය ඉන්ධනයක් ලෙසට භාවිත කරමින් නිපදවූ මේ මෝටර් රථය මුළු ලෝකයේම අවධානය දිනාගත්තා. මේ ඔබ මෝටර් රථයද දක්වන්නේ ජලයෙන්. ඒ නිර්මාණකරුවා අතුරුගිරියේ පදිංචි තුෂාර එදිරිසිංහ. ඔහු මීට වසර 6කට ඉහතදී ඉංජිනේරු විෂය හදාරන සමයේ මෝටර් රථයක් ජලයෙන් ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමට හැකි උපකරණයක් නිපදවා තිබෙනවා. ඒ සඳහා වැය කර තිබෙන්නේ රුපියල් ලක්ෂ 3කට ආසන්න මුදලක්. ජලයේ ඇති හයිඩ්‍රජන් වෙන් කිරීමට හා ඒවා දහනය කර මෝටර් රථයට අවශ්‍ය බලය ලබා ගැනීමට තුෂාර විසින් විශේෂ විද්‍යුත් පදයක් නිපදවා තිබෙනවා. එමගින් නිපදවන හයිඩ්‍රජන් මෝටර් රථයේ පසුපස සිලින්ඩර් එක ගබඩා කර අවශ්‍ය මුහුදේ දහනය කර එන්ජිමට අවශ්‍ය බලය ලබා ගන්නවා.
මට මේකට පේටන්ට් බලපත්‍ර විශේෂ පේටන්ට් බලපත්‍ර අයිතියක් තියෙනවා. ඒක නිසා මම මේක ජාතික මට්ටමේ නිර්මාණයක් ලෙස ඉදිරියට ගෙන යන්න මම විශේෂයෙන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මේ නිර්මාණ කරන්න අවශ්‍ය කරන පසුබිම, ආර්ථික පසුබිම විශේෂ ආරක්ෂාව ලබා දෙන්නම් අතිගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමා එතුමාගෙන් කාරුණික විල්ලනවා මේ නිර්මාණය ගැන පොඩ්ඩක් කාරුණික අවධානය යොමු කරලා රටේ තියෙන මේ දිනෙන් දින වැඩි වෙන ඉන්ධන ප්‍රශ්නයට ප්‍රධාන පිළියමක් ලෙස මේක භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා මම කියනවා.
So here you can see this guy successfully done that. This guy already made this. So this is what the Sri Lankan talent, because like him there's a lot of talented person behind in Sri Lanka, but they are not most popular and they don't have any platform to show their talents. That is what the truth is. Even they implement something new inventions, the government is not supporting to them to take that inventions to the market. That is what the truth is. So for example, not an example, the truth is that is a fuel problem, right? That fuel problem that guys made, instead of petrol running, they made a water to run that vehicle. Why we can't take a help from that persons to implement something with that, and why we can't provide a solution for this diesel? Right now we have electricity problems, right? So that electricity problems, why we can't run this electricity with the water? That is possible because our guys already made that, right? Our guys is already made that, which is 12 years back. But at the time government is focused on them and focused or giving some opportunity to uh, improve that idea to more, then right now we are not facing these kind of issues. That is what the truth is. And the same, the people's, no one can handle nothing to that person, so that is the reason we are again facing this kind of problem. So even when the fuel prices get high, we don't have any options, right? But that guys at the time invent, that is right now in right now in Sri Lanka, we running the vehicle with the water instead of petrol, so we don't need to care about the fuel problem if the government consider at the very first time. That is what the truth. And the second thing, so right now because of the economic problem, all the imports are banned. You can, because of that reason, most of the vehicle prices are getting increased. And if you take a Alto, used Alto, it's Indian vehicle, used Alto, it's going selling price 2.4 million rupees. So 24 lakhs, 25 lakhs and 26 lakhs. That is not a brand new vehicle, but it's a used vehicle. But instead of that, 4 years or 5 years back, there's a guy made whole vehicle. He made the entire vehicle in Sri Lanka. So it is, the selling price is just he at the time in the video he's saying 9 to 10 lakhs only.
මෝටර් රථය සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම ලංකාවේදී සැලසුම් කර නිෂ්පාදනය කළාද මෝටර් රථය. මේ තියෙන විශේෂතාවය තමයි ලංකාවේ මාර්ගවලට ගැලපෙන ආකාරයට මෝටර් රථය නිර්මාණය කර තිබීම. මනා හොඳ විසඳුමක් වශයෙන් මේ වාහනේ හඳුන්වා දෙනවා. අද ලංකාවේදී මේ වාහනේ ඉතා අඩු මුදලකට නිෂ්පාදනය කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. මේ සඳහා අනුග්‍රහයක් ලැබෙනවා නම් ලංකා මුදලින් රුපියල් ලක්ෂ 9කට මෙම වාහනේ ලංකාවේදී නිෂ්පාදනය කරලා පාරිභෝගිකයන්ට ලබා දීමේ හැකියාව.
So but that is also same, the government is not focused about him, and no one is focused. That is the reason that that is went to down. So no one is consider. Right now we are facing that kind of issues. Vehicle is price is high and lot more thing. But this is what I want to say. In Sri Lanka there's many talented persons are there, but the governments, no one can handing nothing. So no one can understand they are talented and no one can selling their talent. That is what the problem is. If someone the previous, some government give some opportunity to them only, they can become more popular and they can help our country to build, right? But even no one can care, mean even the government also not care, then how the people will show their talent? And I don't know, that is what I'm saying is I'm just wasting my time. That is what I want to say here, because that is 12 years back and 4 years 5 years back that incidents. So because no one is considering whether we have did some good things or whether what we have implement, they are not putting our talent to the market. So if the person like them, or if the person like invention persons, why we can export some vehicle from our country. That is the one way to earn dollars. But instead of that, these guys are taking a debit from a different country. These guys are just surviving the way one way to taking a dollar to countries with tourism. That is how they are telling. but there's a lot of things to do, but what can I say? So I think we lost our all gems, Sri Lankan gems. That's what I want to say. Best resources we have lost. That is a big loss. So I'm still saying I don't know the persons where they went, or is that person still living, or is that person right now in a different country. But most of the talented persons, or most of the talented people in Sri Lanka, they make anything to make survive. So the problem is opportunity. Opportunity is low here, so that is one of the thing. So one more thing I want to say. So right now we have a lot of problem. I already told you we have a current problem, electricity cutting problem, a lot more thing. Everything's expensive, but in Sri Lanka I'm saying very difficult to survive. Why? Because I already told you the prices are very high. When you take essential goods, very difficult because some of the foods are not available. So mostly this is a poor country, and every person's are earning not much money, just around 30 to 35,000. Some of the persons are earning more than low, so around 15 to 18,000. That is how the normal persons are earning. So they are very difficult to survive in here, because at least at the very first time they at least eat a one time, but right now this is very difficult to eat at least a one time also. That kind of situation right now we are facing in Sri Lanka. So that's what I am saying. And Sri Lankan peoples have one of the problem. There's one problem I saw in Sri Lankan peoples. They're not taking anything serious. That is another issue. And another thing is they not keep every past things. They not keep the old things. Instead of that, they only keep recently happened things only. So that means not serious, not taking anything serious, just everything's jokes to them. And yeah, absolutely, everything's jokes to them. The Sri Lankan people only need authors. If someone giving authors, that's it. Even the fuel price or even the power cut, or they doesn't care about that. But this is what the truth is. So some of the still some peoples are there. They are only they are just a crazy persons still going to the politicians, still believing this economic crisis is happening due to Russians and the Ukraine's wars. And also recently we had a COVID problem. That is the reason we having this economic problems. So that is how they telling to the people. That is how they creating a rumors. So what I want to say is, finally, the country is already bankrupt because of the interrupted politicians. That is what I want to say here. And the next, what we can do you think we can survive? Absolutely we can survive, definitely, that is pretty sure, but it will take definitely a time. So right now the government is still not went out, they are still in a power. So I don't know what happened next. I'm just waiting for that. Let's see what will going to happen. But keep in mind, so even the next politicians coming or not, or the next I do definitely, if some this government is went from resigned from the job, so next next politician is coming to the picture. So my question is, what is the plan for mitigate this dollar problem? That is what my question is. So yeah, and the second thing is, even the next time someone is coming to the power, or anything. Somehow something happened, I know that. But keep in mind, the talented persons are there in Sri Lanka. It's a wonderful country, and very very talented persons are in Sri Lanka. We need to find out them and making something great. So this will making our country at the top and making a money and releasing our country from the debits is not a big deal. That's what I want to say. So I know the most of the areas are leased to 99 years and 100 years, but I'm still thinking we can start from the scratch. For example, if you take I'm engineer, if application is getting very slow, what we are doing is we discuss with the architect and we come to the solutions to break out or something do for that application. For example, refactor, we cleaning the code from the scratch and dividing small portions to small portions and making applications perform very well. That is the same concept we need to apply here also. We need to start from the scratch and we need to make well better performance perform country. So I'm pretty sure we can still survive, because most of the when I was watching a TV and when I surfing the wall, Facebook wall, a lot of things I saw. There's so many posters and negative. It will making us negative. That is what the truth is. Be positive. We definitely win this challenge. Somehow it will definitely, we need to face this economic problem up to 4 to 5 years definitely. But I'm sure we don't need to. We definitely need to win this and we definitely achieve this. That is what my confidence is. Let's say for example the dual citizenship persons. Right now if you take a prime minister or the president or someone, so if the person is on a dual citizenship, even that in Sri Lanka is bankrupt, they can go to their own country, like their second country, and they live it. That is not the problem to them. But for us, what we can do, we are living in Sri Lanka, and we are dying in Sri Lanka, because we don't have any other country to survive. We don't have other country to live. This is one of our rights. So yeah, that I want to tell with you, because I really sad about the country right now today. What happened to our country? So there's a lot of problem going on. Let's see what happened to next. Then we'll catch you on new video. Then